Hey everyone, Dan at Ochiko Bushcraft. Well, last year, you may remember I lost my good friend Mark at Sagebrush Customs. I did a couple videos um, concerning that, and of course, him and I did a video out here in the Ochikos together. Just before Mark's passing, we had been collaborating on a knife design. We both came up with the idea or the concept of a small bushcraft knife. It would not be used as your main knife, but it would be a backup bush knife. It would be a knife that you could put in a very small emergency kit for day hiking, or for emergency getting out of your vehicle, having to bail out. It would also be a backup knife, light enough and small enough that you could carry it anywhere on you, and it would not be in the way of your bigger knife. So we came up with the idea of a knife that would have a small blade, yet would have a full-size handle. One of the things that we don't care for, especially in so many of the small knives like the neck knives, is the little tiny handles. We like the small blade. So we decided to do a full-size handle with a small blade. We made some drawings and discussed designs. And just before his passing, Mark built the first one. We also talked about a sheath and decided to go with something that would carry horizontal on the belt rather than vertical, so you could carry it behind your back or on your side, a wide variety of options. So without further ado, here is the knife that Mark at Sagebrush Customs and I came up with, and we'll go from there. So he made the sheath, and again, it has belt loops on both sides, here and here, so I can put it left-handed or right-handed. I can put it around behind my back, or I can carry it right here on the side. Now, I'm pretty sure he used the 1095 carbon steel. Unfortunately, before his passing, I did not get to ask him what kind of wood he made the handles out of. After he passed, his wife mailed me the knife, so there was no way I could ask any more questions. But this is the design that he and I came up with, the concept being a backup bushcraft blade. So it is carbon steel. It has a 90-degree spine for striking a ferro rod. This is the first time I've had this out in the woods today, by the way. This is my test run of this to see how we did on our design. Oh, nice. So throws great sparks. That's what we wanted. 90-degree spine, a small blade that would be robust enough for, light batoning, carving, wide variety of bushcrafts, emergency survival, and a full-size handle, so that even though your blade is small, because you've got this full-size handle, it's not harder to do any of the tasks. The knife is very light. I didn't weigh it. I probably should have, but it's so comfortable right there on the side of my belt, and I did try it out across my lower back, that you can't tell it's there. And it doesn't get in the way of my main knives. If I've got my SEP R4 on, I got my SE Hunglis on, it doesn't get in the way. It just tucks up right here out of the way, and I've got room to hang if I want another knife here. I have something on my thigh. It's just out of the way. Again, it can go behind my back or wherever. I'll throw a request out to you guys. If you're someone that works with different types of woods and you have an idea of what Mark used, put it in the comments, because I don't know, and his wife did not know, and of course Mark is gone now. He's gone to be with the Lord, so there's no way to ask him. But this is the design we came up with, and we're calling it, or I'm calling it, the Ochiko Bush Knife. I hope to be able to show this design to someone who makes knives, because that was something that me and Mark talked about, was once this knife was built, and again, he finished it just before his passing. His wife sent it to me. Once this knife was built, we talked about I would test it out on the channel, which I'm doing today. And if I liked it and the viewers liked it, then he would begin taking orders. And this would be, the very first collaboration between Sagebrush Customs, which is now gone, of course, and Ochako Bushcraft. So introducing the very last knife designed by Sagebrush Customs, along with Ochako Bushcraft, the Ochako Bush Knife. Sorry guys, right now, because of Mark's passing, I don't have a maker, but I'm going to be looking. I'm going to see if I can find somebody. It might be somebody, like here in Oregon, like Gerber, or somebody that makes commercial knives. I don't know. It might be a custom maker. Maybe one of you watching would be interested in picking up this design. But if I can make them available somehow, I hope to do that. Ochako Bush Knife. We just tested out the 90-degree spine on some sparks. Let's see how this carves. Okay, got a little piece of willow here. Wow, what a nice bite. Nice. So the only thing I would change right now, I really like that. I really like that 90-degree spine. The wood that we used is very, very smooth and slippery in the hand. I think I would, even though it's very pretty, I'd like to see something that has a little bit rougher texture. Same exact design, but with a rougher texture. So that'll be something that I discuss if I get a chance to work with somebody who makes knives. So yeah, that's got a nice bite. Nice carving. There we go. Yeah, that has a real nice bite to it. I like that. Carving notches. Very nice. Yeah. I think Mark did a fantastic job in making this knife. And I think we did pretty well on the design. So it's just got a it's just a flat grind. No, nothing fancy. Me and Mark both like the flat grinds. That's why I carry the Essies so much out here, and some of the Beckers. We both just really like that flat grind, just starting at the back and working down to a nice edge. Here's a little piece of fat wood. See if I can find that. There we go. It's got a lot of resin in this piece of fat wood, so it's not wanting to curl real well. Just so when something's loaded with resin like that, it doesn't always curl so good because it's heavy laden with it. But sure has a nice 90-degree spine on it. Look at that. Wow. That is nice. That is really nice. This wood's a little damp too, so I don't know if I can get it to take a spark or not. But I want to try. See if that'll take a spark. I'll make some shavings down in there from my ferro rod. That's another thing you can do to catch sparks. Shave some shavings off your ferro rod down in there. Yeah, see, it caught those little shavings, ignited that right away. That's a nice little backup knife. I like that. Again, it's good for carving. Wouldn't be able to do any real big batoning with it. But smaller stuff, it would work just fine, making some kindling. Like that. Yeah, nice. I like it. So I haven't, again, used it until today. Today's the very first time I've ever brought it to the woods. The 90-degree spine is fantastic. Again, and you saw when I made that little fire, and just throws a tremendous amount of sparks. Feels good in the hand, except for, again, I would texture this up a little bit. Maybe even go with a micarta. Wouldn't be near as pretty, but it'd be more useful. And yeah, make a nice little carving knife. I like it. Thanks, Mark. Wish the plan was for me to test this, call him on the phone and let him know what I thought of it, put the video up on YouTube, see what you guys think of it. So this is the Ochiko bush knife. Right now, one of a kind. Maybe that will change. I'll see what I can do. I've never tried to ask anybody, other than, of course, Mark at Sagebrush, to make knives before. So I will have to find somebody who would be interested in making this, either by special order for people, or somebody wanted to produce it in quantity. But again, the idea behind this, the concept was, hey, how about a knife that is very compact and very lightweight, you know, has a small blade, but a full-size handle that can be carried horizontally anywhere on your belt. You can carry it on the side like it is here. You can put it back out of the way behind your back. It's small and light. You won't even notice it. You can stuff it in a small haversack or a chest rig, or any type of a small emergency kit. And the knife is robust enough to be used for carving, for getting a fire going with the 90-degree spine, for shelter construction, you know, for just having fun, bushcrafting, and you know, whatever person might need it for. But again, like I said, the concept was it wouldn't be a primary knife, it would be a backup knife. Oh yeah, now I can get that to curl. Look at that, wow. You see that sticking right on the blade. Yeah, that curls nice. Nice. So there it is, guys. The Ochiko bush knife. Again, I know Mark bought a bunch of carbon steel, and I believe it was $10.95 that he started working with on designing this. And I remember him telling me that he had picked up some type of a wood, and I just don't remember what type of a wood that he said that that was. It's very pretty. It looks fantastic, but that is the one thing I would change. It is definitely very slippery in the hand, and I prefer, for safety reasons, and because you don't want to lose, have your knife slip out of your hand, something much more textured like a canvas micarta. So we'll see what we can do with it, guys. I hope you like this. If you go back through my videos, it's been about 1.5 years ago now that me and Mark did a video together talking about all of our knives, and he showed a lot of the knives and sheaths that he'd made. Of course, I did a little tribute to him when he passed away, and this is what we came up with, and I really, really like it. So Dan at Ochiko Bushcraft, guys, I hope you're enjoying. I am so happy to be back out here. It is so nice to be back out and have time again to do some videos and to just be out here in nature and enjoying this. I got a nice fire going up on the hill over here. I'm gonna go kick back by my fire. Take care, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hope to see you soon.